Hi, friends. Happy New Year, or Happy January, I should say. Of course, it's been a while. The holidays took me out. Just eating, being with family, working. I actually started a new job right before Christmas, which was kind of insane. It has just been challenging, to say the least, and I have not had time to hop on the mic, but here I am. It's a Sunday afternoon. I've got some time to kill, so here we are. But thought I would just keep this episode kind of short and sweet going into the new year with just updating everyone on a couple of new life updates. As you just heard me say, I just got a new job. So I have been adjusting to that. As I've mentioned before, I've sort of worked a very freelance gig lifestyle, kind of coming and going as I please, doing jobs here and there to make money. So this new job is a huge lifestyle change. And for one, it's really nice being and having health insurance. You don't realize how important that is until you have hit the age of 26 and you get kicked off of your parents' insurance. I'm not sure why 26 is the magic age there, but I don't make the rules. Anyway, I am now balancing not only that new job, but also all of my other previous jobs. So I am still doing my freelance work. I am still teaching Pilates. I am still doing all the things. So I kind of decided that is going to be my grind year. And I'm just going to see how much money can I make doing all these different jobs? And you may be asking yourself, when do you have time to do anything else? And the answer is I don't. The short answer is I do have some time to myself. Obviously, like I just said, I had some downtime today. But during the week, I pretty much am go. I'll go from one job to another. And it's a lot of figuring out what I have going on that day. But I have always been someone that likes staying busy and likes staying active. And I always joke around that when I'm at my Pilates job, it's not really a job because one, I get to work out with them half the time. Two, I'm talking with the clients and I know them very well. And three, I'm playing like girly pop music and just like walking around getting paid to teach Pilates. Something that's a passion of mine, something I like doing. So is it a job? Yeah, I'm getting paid for it and I'm there. But in a way, it's like a hobby. So I'm going from working an actual job to a hobby job, which just makes it feel like so much more rewarding. And I'm at a place now where I've gotten to know a lot of the clients that I worked with very, very well. So a lot of the time it's just me talking with them and asking them how they are and hearing their life updates. So it's a social job, but honestly, like once I get there more toward the end of the day, I kind of wake up and I'm like, all right, everybody, let's go. So between all of that, I would say I'm doing well. There are some days where I feel a little bit burnt out and like I would just need a night. I've kind of learned that I need like one night a week, 2 nights a week where I can just kind of sit on my couch and relax. And I do get home from teaching Pilates around 7:15. So I'm still able to come home, shower, watch a show, and have some time before I have to go to bed. But I think having like a true day or a true night where you don't have a lot going on and you can just do things for yourself is really important. So I've realized I had to like really plan things out to take accountability for that so that I don't kind of lose my mind. Other updates going into the new year. As you guys know, I discuss a lot about my travel endeavors on this podcast, and that is not going to change. I am actually going to be heading to Hawaii next month with my family, and then I will be heading to Europe in July. My brother and I found I wouldn't necessarily say cheap, but a somewhat cheap ticket to Europe in July. And we were like, YOLO. All right, let's do it. And we booked it. We don't have a single thing planned except that we know when we're leaving Phoenix to go to London, and we do not know how we're getting back, what city we're flying back from, or any of that. But we both traveled there a couple of times and feel very confident that we'll get it all figured out by the time it hits summer. So that's coming up. And then me and my friend, who I do a lot of my travels with, have a couple of little mini trips we want to do. She's going to actually come out here at one point. I think we're going to do like some like domestic travels, hopefully. We've been people that are always kind of trying to go out and about and leave the country, and that's still, on the docket. But we have kind of decided like maybe we should try doing some like mini domestic trips around the country, since we both do have jobs, and just seeing what we can do with that. So we don't have anything planned in terms of what we're doing, but we've talked about it, and we know that's on the radar. So I guess look out for updates from that. But I actually think domestic travel can be really fun. And, you're not on a plane for like 12 hours, so you can actually get somewhere and enjoy your time. And I'm curious to see what we end up doing together. I finished my 7th season with the NFL. It was an amazing time, as always. It's one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. I honestly don't think I'll ever give it up. It's just something I really enjoy doing. And again, some may say you enjoy spending your entire Sunday. And when I say entire Sunday, I really do mean entire Sunday, because we get there 4 hours before kickoff. We're there the whole game and like an hour after the game. And yes, I do enjoy that. I think it's such a fun and unique opportunity. And I've been doing it for a long time now, so it does kind of feel like second nature. But there's always ways to come up with a new way to film something or capture something, and like seeing these players interact, and you get to know the people you work with. Like, it's a job that I don't think I'll ever want to give up, at least not relatively soon in any capacity. But 7 years is crazy. I feel like that kind of is showing my age. I got that job right out of college, and I've been there ever since. So kind of cool that I can say I've been somewhere for 7 years now. Wow. Other than that, I really don't have that many updates. I'm so sorry. I know we're always looking for something juicy on here, but I wanted to keep this episode short and sweet, since it is kind of more of a mini just welcome to the new year episode. So I hope you guys are all doing well and enjoying your January. I've been feeling some like weird FOMO that I haven't left the state yet, but it's quite literally been like 20 some days into the new year. And I'm kind of feeling like January is like a nice time to just like sit back, relax, refresh from the holidays. And also, I live in a state where it's absolutely gorgeous weather this time of year. So like, I probably shouldn't be leaving the state anyway. Today I went on a nice long walk, and it's the weekend where it's like the Northeast is having all these crazy winter storms, and it's like negative degrees, and it's like 67 degrees here and sunny. So I'm enjoying the weather. I've been trying to get out of the house and go on lots of walks, and sometimes I'll just like order a salad down the street and I'll walk to it to get my steps in. I've been very into my activity and health and wellness lately. I've never been someone that's overweight to any capacity, but I did have a mini, I don't want to say glow up, because I feel like I've always looked good. And not to sound like narcissistic or anything, but I've always taken care of myself to a pretty good capacity. But around, I want to say like October, I started really like being careful about snacking and portion control, and being like really intentional about my workouts. And I lost around, what am I at now? Maybe like 14 pounds, which in the big scheme of things is like not a lot. But again, I wasn't like huge or anything to begin with. So I kind of just wanted to see what would happen. And everyone and their mother is like taking tirzepatide or semaglutide. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to have the side effects that come with it. And 3, it's like people have been losing weight naturally forever. So I'm like, let's see if I can do it. So I really stuck to it, and 10,000 steps a day is something that's like a deal breaker. Like, I cannot not get it. There may be like, unless I'm sick or on an airplane, like I'm getting my 10,000 steps a day. And then I group that with one other type of workout, whether it's Pilates, the Stairmaster, lifting, my sculpt class. I always do some other workout, and that's at least 4 days out of the week I do that. And then, like I said, just being more intentional about my eating. And for me, it's a problem. I'll be watching a TV show at night, having a great time, and I'm like, ooh, I would love to have a little snack while I watch this show. But it's like, you don't actually need that snack. Like, if you're hungry, of course, eat. But I would be like, am I hungry, or do I just want to have some popcorn while I watch this show? And it was usually the second. So I have started replacing snacking with like nighttime tea. That way I'm still like having something with flavor. I'm still like drinking something, like feeling like I'm snacking, but I'm actually being a lot healthier and hydrating myself. So between all of those things, I've been able to lose around 13 pounds or so. So that's something I'm pretty proud of, and it's something I have to keep up with. During the holidays, I did have like a little mini break where I was like, eating cookies and just like eating a ton of mac and cheese and stuff during Thanksgiving. So I was kind of taking those well-deserved breaks, but I think that's totally normal and natural. And now I'm kind of like back into my wellness era where I'm being a lot more aware and conservative about what I'm eating. So this is not a nutritional podcast in any way, but that is an update I had for everyone. So just wanted to share that, and that I'm proud of that accomplishment, and that you don't need to take like a medicine to do it. Obviously, that's an easier way, but you really can do it yourself. I think the first couple days is the hardest, where you like do want to have that snack, you do want to eat more, but you just really have to like push yourself through it. And then after like 4 or 5 days, it just starts to feel like a natural habit. So those are my updates going into 2026. I hope you're all having a great January and feeling rejuvenated and refreshed, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.